What's up? Welcome in to another one. We are ready to get after it today. Get into this space shuttle. We built the Hubble telescope on the last stream. We built this stand that our space shuttle is going to live on. And now we're going to need something to put on this bad boy. So we're going to check that out in just a second. We're going to give this a shot here. My hands are pretty damaged from the combination of cold and having to constantly wash my hands at work, so I've got a couple like cuticle cracks that are pretty brutal, and I stabbed myself under this thumbnail with something the other day, so too much pressure on this kind of hurts. They feel okay right now, but if we're doing a lot of little dexterity things, it might get a little weird, so we're gonna give it a shot. Possibility we'll cut the stream a little early if it's really bothering me, because I still have to work later. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get into it here. Hopefully that's at a reasonable volume. Okay, so we look at, oh, did I remember to do this? Let's get this scanned up here real quick. See if we got our points on this. It was just double points weekend on the Lego website. Build your set. Okay, no, we did scan it. Good. It was just double points weekend, which we elected not to get anything. I've got a lot of stuff already. Where did that come from? Whatever. Yeah, I've got a lot of sets in the backlog already, so we were scanning for like good honey deals and stuff like that would send something over the top, but ultimately there wasn't really anything that like super duper stood out, so we didn't move on anything. So maybe we'll save up a little bit and go back to blue bricks for like a mega haul or something like that a little later on. But in any case, we've still got plenty to build, like enough to last us months and months. So not super concerned about it at this juncture. Bag number 5. Get these little bags opened up. Oh yeah. Pressure on my fingers is already smarting a little bit. I wonder if this set would have been more popular if it had come with a couple of minifigures. I don't think there's any minifigures. Did you know Discovery carried 222 people throughout its time in service, the highest number of any shuttle? It's pretty cool. It was very long serving, as they said, so I guess that's not too surprising. I'm just gonna try to avoid my fingers that are the most achy, and should be fine here. All right. So we're going to make kind of a Technic framework here. As you'd expect, a lot of these larger vehicles have the same kind of beginning setup here. It's hard to avoid the thumb though, isn't it? these here. So yeah, how's it going? I hope everyone had a nice week and everything. It's been pretty uneventful on my end. Just a week of chilling. We had the Super Bowl here in America. Oops. Dropping some stuff here. Super Bowl Sunday was this last weekend. Got a chance to watch that. I had a busy day at work before that. Turns out people watch football. They want to eat pizza. They want to eat pizza. So I had like a really long day where I worked the morning shift and then stayed basically right up until the game started. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a very busy day. But got through it. Ready to face another week here. Oh, I didn't even see this step. Get those on there still. These white 2x1s. Great. Yeah, other than that, not too crazy. We had a snowstorm here that was pretty intense one, but thankfully the road crews here are really good at clearing stuff. They got it looking nice and safe and drivable again, quick, smart, and that was a big difference from we were just down in Kansas City, and they had a winter storm, which is uncharacteristic for them, and they were not equipped to deal with it, which I'm not like blaming them exactly. It's very uncommon for Kansas City to get that much snow, so like of course they're not, snow removal stuff is like trucks and expensive equipment. You can't justify buying that stuff if you're not going to be using it regularly. So not trying to insult anyone here, but it was just, seeing their ability to deal with that juxtaposed with ours made me super appreciative of the Des Moines snow removal guys. They do a great job. Guys and gals, non-denominational guys. Alright, let's see here. The yellow rods are going to go through here. Ouch. Okay. One of these on the end. All right. Gotcha. So yeah, we had a nice little snow day. My partner and I hung out at their place and watched movies and ate a bunch of food. They made some really great pasta salad and like chickpea salad, like chicken style, but with chickpeas instead of the chicken. We made sandwiches with that. Oh, it was really great. It was a great day. Very chill and relaxing. Much needed for both of us. So yeah, pretty good week. Pretty good week. I've got some stuff to be excited about this upcoming week. I'm got my next programming meeting at the Varsity Cinema. Kind of get a feel for what some of the upcoming stuff they're going to be carrying is. Throw out some ideas for special events, and I might surprise them with a trial run version of a pizza that I'll be doing. Every year they host a viewing party for the Oscars, and it'll be my 3rd year of making special pizzas that my business donates to their guests. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's opportunity for me to combine my professional life and to be able to combine that with one of my passions, which is cinema. So it's been really fun to get to do. I did the first year, I did an everything bagel pizza for Everything Everywhere All at Once. That one was really cool. And I did that same year I did just a perfect cheeseburger pizza for the movie The Menu. Is it supposed to go down all the way? Guess we'll find out. I can pull it back out if not. Which that film was not actually nominated for any Oscars, but it was just one of my favorites of the year, and I decided, well, I'm just gonna honor this movie, even though it wasn't an Oscar pick. And then let's see, last year I did the Barbie pizza, which was turned out pretty good. I mean, people seemed to enjoy it. It was definitely a sight to behold. Everything was pink. It had roasted chicken. It had pink ranch, Ken's Dream Ranch, I called it, and then had I don't understand. It says 2, but oh, I see, because it can just flip. Got it. Sorry, distracted myself. Yeah, it had Alabama white barbecue sauce, dyed pink. Well, at first it was a mix of the Alabama white and red sauce, which had it looking kind of pink on its own. But then I gussied it up a little, and then it had I made pickled red onions for it, which take on a really beautiful pink color. And then I put sprinkles and nonpareils on it, so that one was really crazy. There's pictures of that somewhere on my Instagram, which is Patchouli Chomp, same as my Twitch handle here. And yeah, it's just a really fun project. So I've got some ideas for what I'm going to be doing this year, but they're top secret. So you got to come to the Oscar night at the Varsity in Des Moines, Iowa, if you want to get your hands on this pizza. It's the only place it will be served, and of course we'll be highlighting some of our specialty pizzas that we serve at the shop too. And yeah, it's just going to be a fun night. Through like that. Okay, that isn't secure. Really? But got it. There's our landing gear. All right, instructions. Hook me up with a way to get this secure here. That'll kind of do it. Yeah, I get to invite a few people, so I need to figure out if my parents' play is gonna be. Okay, so this needs to be parallel to this. I need to find out if my parents' play is gonna be having rehearsals that night or anything like that. See, I might invite my parents, my dad. I like going to movies with my dad, especially. My mom too, of course. I love my mom very much, but my dad and I have more similar cinematic tastes, I would say. I've been rewatching the James Bond movies recently. Oh my gosh, I just realized my stupid chat wasn't pulled up. Alright, no one said anything anyway. Cool. Alright. Yeah, this wasn't working last time. Let me see if I can get this chat. I was being finicky. Yeah, there. Go over there. There we go. Alright. Well, yeah, last time it wasn't working. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Now we got the chat. Oh, I just realized I had my lamp bent into reading mode this whole time. Hold on real quick. Get this. Get some more light on the situation here. Whoop. There we go. A little bit better. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. Got those on there. These springs on here. Flip. Flip. Okay. A lot of moving pieces in this. It's gonna be cool. Got some cool moving parts here. Oh, I did that wrong. Come here, little fella. There we go. And then we're pushing these through. Okay. Can do. Don't want to be applying undue pressure here, but we also want them probably fully in. There we go. Okay. Groovy. So we're set on that. Yeah, what was it? I keep distracting myself. Yeah, I've been rewatching the Daniel Craig Bond films, which I thought I had seen more of, but thinking back on it, I feel like I just watched Casino Royale a bunch of times, and then my dad and I went to go see No Time to Die when it was in theaters. And when we went to that, I was like, oh, I've only missed like one of these, I think. But I was super wrong. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones. I might have seen Skyfall. I'm trying not to, spoil it for myself. If I have seen them, then I'll remember. But I don't want to read plot summaries if I haven't. So, kind of just been waiting it out. But yeah, I thought I had seen more of them. But yeah, Casino Royale was awesome to rewatch. I love that one. Quantum of Solace, I didn't care for as much. I found the editing just too choppy. especially in the all the action sequences. I was just like, what in the hell is even going on right now? And that was such a big departure from Casino Royale, where I think the action sequences are very fluid and easy to follow. That was my biggest complaint with it. But yeah, I don't know. It had some other issues too, but I don't need to talk about Quantum of Solace forever here. But anyway, it's been fun rewatching them. Even a bad Bond movie is like, it's fine. They're fun. Yeah. So get a little more. Yeah, here we go. Get a little more support on these bad boys here. Strengthen this up a little. Feels kind of floppy in my hands still. Mirror this up on the other side here. But yeah, I've got some ideas for my special pizzas, but they definitely are going to require some testing. So I might try to go before the meeting on Wednesday and do a little bit of experimentation, and then surprise the group with them. Remind them why they invite me. But it's really fun getting to sit in on those meetings. Even just as an observer, which I get to participate to a certain degree. Some of the lineups are already set, and some of it is just learning in advance, kind of about some like community partnerships and stuff like that that's going to be happening. But it's fun to see. It's fun to see behind the curtain. Okay. Right. This goes here. And then this clicks down. Oh, this is hella wrong. What am I? Oh. Okay, no, it's not wrong. It's just showing ahead that this needs to be pointed back, not up. Oh, but this is wrong. Okay. Hold on real quick now. So that orientation was right, but we had this drop down. This should be up. This connects, and then this drops down here so that this, yeah. So when this is positioned like this, this should be straight out to the back. Got it. I got confused because it's showing like what the future of this is going to be, and it's example of like, don't do it this way, but I was like, that's all wrong, different. But it's only different in the way that we perceive time linearly. Is this not parallel? Or is it just being built in a different order? Weird. Whatever. yeah, I think it's just being built in a different order. Oops. Okay. We found it. No problem. Yep. Other side, so same thing. Make sure this is standing up. This goes in flat. So not exactly parallel. We don't have this spacer on this side yet, at least. All right. There's all of our moving parts are in alignment of where they should be currently. All right. Starting giving an idea of how big this thing is going to be. Quite large. Quite large. Not mad about it. The orientation of these spacers doesn't usually matter, but I always try to have it just how it appears in the instructions. Okay, so this is going to go here, all lined up, and then this attaches right there. Okay, so this is all, yeah, to control your wing flaps some way. Where's my other? Oh, this one's different. Oh, okay. Not quite symmetrical here. Interesting. Ends up being basically the same. Oh, I see. It's because these pieces all have the hinge on the same side. There isn't a mirrored piece. That's what it is. Hey, Maiku, welcome in. Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. This is one of those ones that I had my eye on for so long, and I kept thinking like they had copies of it at my local Target that I go to all the time, and I'd see it there and I'd be like, oh, I really want it. But then eventually I knew it would go on sale, and it did. I finally got it at the end of the year sale last year, which was nice. But yeah, it's been really interesting so far. I mean, the Hubble telescope was not a groundbreaking build, but it was a nice little build, and it was a cool little bonus basically. And then this is really interesting so far. We got a lot of moving parts here and stuff that we're ready to hook up and all that. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a nice day. Let's see here. These go underneath these guys. Right here. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been pretty excited about this one. We usually roll the dice to see what we're gonna build next, and I keep thinking oh, I've got so many little speed champion sets and gift with purchases and stuff like that. I just always think it's going to be Oh, it's probably going to be a bunch of those in a row. But then it's like, I roll the Viking Village, and then I roll the Space Shuttle, so that's cool. I've always been a dessert before dinner kind of guy. This is pretty exciting here. Get these extra pieces put away. And then we'll check out bag number 6 here. Okay, wow, yeah, we're going to get a real look at the footprint of this thing here. Bag number 6. Alright. What we got in here? We got one little bag. Maybe just one. That's fun. We got some hearts in here on Valentine's Day. That's sweet. Happy Valentine's Day. We're recording this on Valentine's Day. That's a fun little Easter egg. I'm going to take a picture of that real quick here. All right. So let's see here. This is a big footprint step here. All right, looks like we're building this independently and then attaching them. So let's move this out of the way for a second here. Here. Right. Something so satisfying about watching these big builds come together here. Let's see. This is going to be huge. I don't know where I'm going to put this thing in my house. I did break down a couple of sets recently, so I got a little bit more shelf room, but it was mostly like small sets, which kind of sit in front of my DVDs and books and stuff on the shelves. Shelves. But the big sets kind of need to go on top of the bookcases, and they're pretty full. I've got a lot of sets now that I really like the look of. It's hard to choose. Getting hard to choose what to break down. And this thing's going to be a true behemoth, I fear. I mean, really, okay. Like, there's got to be the mirror in here somewhere. Did you know? With an orbital velocity of 17,500 miles per hour, or 28,158 kilometers per hour, the Space Shuttle crew traveled fast enough to see a sunrise or sunset every 45 minutes. Wow. That's pretty neat. Space is cool, you know? Space is cool. Not exactly a controversial opinion, but It is true. Space is cool. Let's see here. Okay, here's our heart. Sandwiched in between these blue 2x3s. It's gonna sit just so. Okay, so flush on the bottom here, and flip it. Yep, flip it up. Cool. Well, it's so fun getting the hearts in there on Valentine's Day. Woo! Excuse me. I just cleaned my room. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. There shouldn't be too much dust in here right now. I don't know. Wouldn't shock me if I got sick at this point. Everyone else at the pizza shop has been calling in all week. It sucks. Been short a person like every shift. Okay. Keep building this thing forward here. Is that a scratch or looks flat still? That's interesting. Hopefully this doesn't break. Okay. Yeah, let's get these under here first so that we can see. Okay, should leave 4 studs and then be flush with the 5th one. Okay, yep, so it just fits flush right there. Easy enough. All right. Start right here. Yep. Making sure to apply a nice, firm, even pressure along here so that these all get depressed into their appropriate positions. No strain. It's easy to mess up when you got a bunch of tiles in layers like this. Thankfully these ones overlap well enough that it works pretty good. A little printed piece there. Cool. Yeah, this whole frame is going to be built 2 bags into the shuttle. This is going to be this could be a tricky build for us here because it's going to have a very large footprint on the desk and could be kind of hard to like manipulate and show what we're working on, but we'll do our best to get everything on camera and have it be visible here. All right, time to link up here. So we're going Technic pins here, boop, and shoot. Okay, there we go, and we lost that little wing there. Get that back on there. Okay. Now, to strengthen up these connections right away. This is the sort of thing where, yeah, you got to make sure to go all the way down, make sure everything's sitting nice and flush, so you don't get any warping or weirdness. Make sure to smack your pop screen so you get a nice pop on the audio. That's always important. There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. Make ourselves a little checkerboard here. These. And where does this sit? Just right over this little gap here. Interesting. I don't know why it's a checkerboard. I wonder if that's going to be a visible detail in the bottom of the storage bay or anything like that. Alright, let's see here. Start with these 2x4s. 4 of them, okay, so it's just these 4. Right. And these here. Okay. Very good. And where do these 2Bs go? Get those gray guys on there too. Okay. So these ones are already in place. So it's these go here. And then these gray 3x1s go on top of this checkerboard guy, kind of. Like so. All right. And then to wrap up. Oh, looks like we missed this at some point. Okay. And then these are going to go right here. Cool. Strengthen up these wings a little bit. Across the seam. And then these go here and here. Okay. And that is going to be the end of bag number 6. All right. Making progress here. And yeah, we can see the footprint of this thing is quite large. Can't even hardly get it all on the desk camera. Remember, I got a big head, so comparison Pretty cool. All right, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna fill up the rest of my coffee here, and we'll get right into bag number 7. Okay. Go. Pop these cans back on. All right. This is bag number 7. Wow, these are some spicy pieces. Set this aside real quick. Got 1, 2 smaller packages on the inside. As always, spot check for missing stuff. Onto our little trays here, so they're a little easier to manipulate and move around. Really goes a long way towards trying to get stuff on camera. It makes it easy to move stuff out of our way if we need to. But first, looks like we are going to start with an independent structure here. So hinge it up here. Oh, well, it's not going to be a functional hinge. Interesting. I wonder if having this little lip on here will be important for some reason. We will find out together. All right. Building a edge of the craft here. This is kind of like the bat wing or some other similar things we've built here. All right. Wow. Direction. Stuck together, you goofballs. All right, yeah, it's that one. Another red ink pot. 2x4. Oh, what did I just drop? Oh, I dropped my ink pot. Must have not gotten it on there good enough. There we go. Oh, I see an injection mark. Even with sore fingers, we'll pop that back off to hide that little imperfection there if we can. Okay. Jumper. And another one of these. All right. Looks smooth. Looks nice. Let's see here. I'll make it even longer here. Oh, we know this is a long BC here, so why not? Oh, those are top ones. Oh, I see. Bottom oriented gray ones are over here. Got it, got it. That is good coffee. That is good, good coffee. Yeah, these are interesting. That gap in the middle. Okay. This is gonna connect right up here, hypothetically. There we go. All right. Start beautifying the top side of this as well. Four, eight of these. Six, seven, 8. Okay. Another hinge right here. This guy on this jumper, that's interesting. So get that at an angle. And then, let's see, a single cheese wedge here at the end. Okay. All right. Now attach it to the big thing. Nope, not yet. First, we're gonna brace that. We're gonna brace that. We're gonna add a spacer down here. Looks like we're getting some of our, I mean, this looks like exterior detail here to me. We got a 6, and we got an 8. And then these guys here, very cool. Okay. Yep, that looks like a lip of something here. Yep. So now we're ready to attach this up here. Okay, so points of connection are going to be this hinge right here, and then this guy right here. Just got to get it at the right angle and everything. Make sure this sits underneath that, looks like. And then, yeah, so this does provide utility because that lip catches on this. It's not a firm connection, but it makes it so that it, you know, it can wobble up, but it can no longer wobble down, at least. While we're getting everything set up here. So there's our edge of our spacecraft. So yeah, kind of like the Galaxy Explorer or the Batwing there. The edges of the craft have kind of a similar assembly to them. Now we got to do it again on the other side here. We get to do it again on the other side. Because Lego is a pleasure and a privilege. guys up here. One kind of hanging off the end here. Yeah, I don't really need all that. Let's go ahead and block that guy. Thank you. Yeah, and the interesting techniques is like kind of the thing I'm most interested in Lego for. I mean, the display value can be nice too, but yeah, I'm always like those are my favorite moments of building, where you like see something come together and you're like, wow, I can't believe they thought to do it this way, you know? It's very impressive what people are able to come up with, both the Lego designers, and we've followed a few like MOC instructions from people on like Rebrickable and stuff like that on the stream here, and it's really impressive what this community comes up with. Pretty cool stuff. Good. Looking good. Wow. This is some heart-poundingly adventurous music here. Well, I look forward to seeing what else this set has got in store for us here. Very dramatic. All right. My fingers feel pretty good. I was kind of worried about all these splits that I've got right now. Super cold weather here, combined with washing my hands a million times at work, has made my cuticles kind of brutal. But they're holding up pretty good so far. Famous last words. Let's see here. Okay. This little guy. Let's see. 8 long one is up here. And we got the 6. Okay. Ready to attach here. Oops. Bumped my camera there. Alright, let's see. So, slide that under there. Tweak the angles of these. And boom. Pretty strong connections for just having these 2 points of connection. They feel solid. These little bits of anchoring really help. Plus it's going to get solidified on the top before too long. Oh, yep, right now, as a matter of fact. Yep. Okay. Very good. Covering up the rest of our hearts here. My goodness. These are all a little high energy. Let's try this out instead. Try to keep kind of a chiller vibe going here. Alright, and then we got some stuff up the nose here, it looks like. We gotta get going. So window ledge face out, so that's... Okay, I see. It's just gonna barely cover up the top of these hinge areas there, so that's further solidifying the anti-wobble of this. That's cool. Nice little delicate way of handling that without any firm connections here. It feels pretty good there. Plus, you know, these are probably going to come into play at some point to solidify it even further. But for now, it's a nice stopgap there. Let's see here. What do we got next? C-clip, upside down ink pot. Okay, like so. Okay, to fill in these gaps on the wings here, so this one goes here. There you go. There you go. That's pretty neat. Good way of doing that. Ah. Where were those guys? It was in here, wasn't it? Yeah. Matter of fact, consolidate a little bit. Get ourselves some more room here. Okay. Upside down. That is a subtle way of getting that corner filled in there. Pretty sweet. All right. Once again, set this aside for a minute here as we build up another edge of the wing here. It looks like this is probably going to be. It's always an interesting piece. It's a very defined angle, but they seem to be able to get a lot of use out of it. We've had this crop up in other sets. I can't think off the top of my head where else we've dealt with it before, but it's definitely we've definitely seen it used for similar reasons, you know, creating those angles in a wing and stuff like that. Pretty interesting. Flip this over. Build up our lip here. All the way, yep, 8 long. Flip it back and lay that in there. Put up a stud on the side here. Okay. Looks like after we build the other side of this and get these guys on here, that's probably about going to be the end of this bag. Let's see, cheese wedge on here. Okay. Cool. Upside down stud here. Gives us an anti-stud on the top. Pretty interesting. And go ahead and get this beautified up top here. There we go. Looking solid. We've got a few points of connection here and a variety of styles. So let's see here. All right, so this cheese slope sits in here. Okay, this isn't attaching yet, but this is going to sit right here. And this is also not attaching yet. Okay, so currently these 4 studs right here is our primary points of connection. It's enough for now. And then these plates are going to go on here and hold it in too. So that'll be solid. But for now, it wants us to go ahead and get this mirrored section knocked out. And who are we to not oblige? Let's see. Okay. So these things will get used when attaching the upper part of the wing or something like that, or else they're just lips to catch on the edge there. Possible. But the one with the inverted stud has got to be for something. The other one could just be like a spacing lip, but that inverted stud is going to connect to something at some point. Go. And then same thing over here. Get squeeze wedge on there. Get these olive green guys in here to space. And then we're gonna line up the roof here. Have a few components left at the end here, so a little bit more to do in this bag. Besides just plopping these plates down. It's kind of tough to get in there. There we go. Make sure it's depressed all the way. Before we attach this in here, let's see. Boop. Okay. What's next? Big plates? Oh yeah. Big plate time. So let's see. What is this actually going to sit on? These and this. Everything else is just spacers. So that's where we need to apply our pressure along the back row and right here. Enough for a firm connection, but without having to have the stress of there being like a million studs in there. Pretty nice. Now let's see. Just a couple of remaining things here. All right. Bring some studs up on the side here with these snot connectors. Studs available there now. And, oh, I guess actually let's pop those back off because we need to get these guys on here first. Free floating, but held in place by this guy here. Same on the other side. Boop. Boop. Okay. Very good. All right. These guys built up real quick here. Did you know the nose and the leading edges of the wings, so these guys, take most of the re-entry heat up to 2,912 degrees Fahrenheit or 1,600 degrees Celsius. Man, that is hot. That is a lot of spicy energy. So maybe the gray maybe means they're like, it's like a special material. It's like a different material that's designed to soak up that heat. Something like that. Okay. These guys are going to clip on to the studs right here. So there we go. Little wingtips here. Looking nice. Looking shuttle shaped here. And our extra pieces are all extra piece size, so that's good. We didn't miss anything. Only one of each, and they're all 1x1s. Boop, boop, boop. Into the bag they go. All right, ow. Oh, I've been sitting on one of my knees and it hurts. All right. So bag number 8. See what that has in store for us here. And then we'll maybe be getting close to the end of the stream. Depending. 1 or 2 more bags, I'd reckon. It's probably about what we'll get through today. The old phalanges are getting a little irritated here, but not so bad that we won't keep going for a little bit here. That's a small bag. Maybe we'll get through one more after this. Small in size, but it does look like it has a decent amount of components in it. Find out. Blump, blump, blump. Don't lose that wheel in there. Okay. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Alright. Let's see. A couple things to add to the main body here before we do a separate structure. We got these silver ingots going onto these guys. These are going to sit where? Oops. Come here, you varmint. Headphone cable's all tied up so it doesn't get all loosey-goosey, so pop those off real quick. There we go. Okay. Where were we? 2 back from here, so right here. Okay. Then windowsill ledge right there. And 2x1 tile. Okay. And then the same on the other side here. So this keeps these from going too far back. Catches it here. Not sure what these ingots are all about, but they look cool. Get them on there. All right. There we go. So now we can set this aside for another moment here as we build our next structure here. Let's see what we got. Spread this out a little. Shake, shake, shake. More ingots. There we go. Dark gray. Get the little red guy under here as a spacer. Extend this out some more. Well, this looks like greebling to me. This right, oh, that's not right. There's a 2x4. Aha. Very good. This right here. Ingot. Circle. Does this have a stress mark anywhere? Barely visible, but kind of. Square. That looks like greebling. I mean, this is going to be visible. I would bet. I would venture to bet. Okay, now the 2x6. Very, very intrigued by this. Whatever it is, it's long. More greebling. See, this has got to be 3 of the same thing. This has got to be a visible structure. Or semi-visible. Otherwise, why would it not just be tiles? Here's my final ingot. Okay. 2x4 here. All right. Well, we've got a big sword here. Oh. Maybe a little delicate to just be swinging around. Okay. Stair step up here. Okay. All right, and we're going to set that aside. We're going to build this flap to hang off the end of it here. One stud on each side. Great. Okay. Oh boy. All right. 4 of the 2 wide ones. One wide ones for the end here. All right. Flip it over. Help lock these guys into place. Flatten out the bottom of this thing. Okay. I should have been looking. Oh yeah, we gotta change all that. Injection mold marks sticking out here, but we don't need. Everything else is so flat and beautiful, you know. Why not take the time to make this edge shiny and nice as well? Shing. Okay. Flat side up. Anti-stud side up. All right. Okay. So we got this big long track down the middle that's tiles. We're just gonna lay this on here. Oh, making sure to flip these up out of the way. Okay. So we got a little area here where it catches, so it can move one stud back and forth. All right. Spin it around here. And then up here, I'm going to get some snot connectors going. Can that sit on there? Oh, I guess it can. Okay. That's interesting. Just sits in this like empty negative space in there. That's really interesting. All right, cool. And another point of securing the nose of this guy. Pretty sweet. Set this aside for a second here. Oh, I'm excited to get these wheels connected up so they're not flopping around as much anymore. All right, wow, this is interesting. Component. Never seen this one before. Okay. Wheels. It's for wheels. What are these? I've got a dot on one side, serial number, and Lego on the other side. Let's have the Lego side facing out, I guess. This is a Lego set after all. Let that Lego watermark proud. All those guys, yeah, they've got some pretty good spin on them, independent of each other. There's no central axle there. Okay, we're gonna knock that onto that guy. Sticking out. Drop these guys in here and then push that red pin through. Oh yeah. Nope, that's the thumb that hurts. Okay, there we go. Flush on both sides. Oh boy. This goes through to here, roughly. Spring. Two. Wow. This is elaborate. Elaborate wheel action here. Okay. Boop. Spacers. Okay. There we go. These guys just kind of sit on here. We get our spacing right so this red guy doesn't stick out too bad. Let's flop it on here. As a glider, the shuttle only had one chance to land. Once the landing gear was deployed, it could not be retracted. Well, that's interesting. Good thing our shuttle won't have that be the case. I hope we don't have to rebuild this every time we extend this. Alright, so there we go. Connected. Boop doop. Bop bop. And let's see here. What are we going to do down here? Where do these sit? Here? No. Here. Interesting. Sticking out over the lip of this a little bit. Okay. So you say? These olive green guys here. 1x6 bricks. 1x2 bricks on the inside here. These pins go in here through this U-shape thing. Sometimes axle connector on a car, but here we're just dropping the pins, sit inside of these for strength purposes. Okay, that was everything on that step. Okay, these go here and here. All right. Oh, I should have put them both on before I put that down. I might need to pop that off. Okay, both on, both down. And these L's as spacers. Okay. Sure everything still looks flush and flat. We're not damaging anything. Oop. I forgot that was just loose in there. Okay, don't turn it upside down at this step. This is still loose. It's kind of held in there now by this, but it's floppy. It is floppy. Okay, and in addition to those, we're going to lay these down, get that all flush. So no cockpit here. This is taking up a lot of room where the cockpit would sit, I think. get some more studs on the side here. Both sides. Make this flush. Okay. Very good. Extra pieces. Bing, bang, boom. That was bag number 8. All right. Well, let's definitely do bag 9 then. Oh, cool. Now it can sit on the wheels. Yeah, let's definitely do bag 9 then before we go. It's only been an hour and a half. Bag number 9, where you at? There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. We might do another bag after this. This is a small handful of big chunky pieces, so this might not take terribly long here. Let's see. Starting from the front here, we're going to go these guys down, making sure to apply pressure from the bottom as well so we don't break anything. So these big chunky ramps, 3 in a row on each side. Good. And then we've got a 2x3 ramp to put at the ends here. Okay. Easy enough. First step for the bag. Okay. Did you know? When the orbiter enters the atmosphere at Mach 25, its velocity is so high that it superheats the surrounding air and returns to the Earth in the glow of plasma. Plasma. Pretty sweet. State of matter that is more excited than gas. Pretty awesome. Alright, so we got these little half pipe guys. We got more 2x these. Somewhere here. So now these are locking the lip of that little wing piece that was in there. So now this, I mean, it's still floppy at the end, but it's locked in down here, but it can still move? No, it's not moving now. Why isn't it moving? Why aren't you moving? Is it because of this? Oh, interesting. Oh no, it can move. Why was it was stuck on something? All right. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go here. Still not sure what the final mechanism of that is going to be. This might be, I mean, it seems like it's connected to this. So if it connects to these, it might be how we deploy the landing gear by like pulling this back or whatever. All in one motion. That'd be pretty cool. And doesn't seem unreasonable. Alright, so these 2 big ramps. And we're building up the like storage bay here. Okay. Yep. Now, flip this guy around because we're going to do some work on the back here. Okay. Couple of 2x4s. This guy. Wing guy. side here. Good. Okay. That was step 139. Let's see what's up next here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Big old printed pieces. Did you know? Space Shuttle Discovery is covered in approximately 23,000 ceramic insulating tiles to protect the vehicle from the intense heat of re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Ceramic, huh? That's pretty cool. All right, let's start on the other side here. What? Am I stupid? That's not flush. Why isn't it flush? Oh, I see. Yep. I'm stupid. Got it. Got it. 3 little triangles there. 2x4. 1x6. Yep, I like that this removes some of the studs so that we're not having to press down on this like crazy to get it to sit in there. All right, Discovery on this side. Okay, and a 2x1 in here. Choice. Now over here, same thing. This time we understand where the triangles are supposed to sit. That is helpful. USA. Gotta say, my desire for flag waving is at an all-time low right now, but simpler times. All right. Okay, and looks like we're supposed to get these 2x6s on here as well. Bingo, bongo. Whoosh. Very good. Yeah, this whole bag has taken us 8 minutes, so I think we'll probably will do one more here. And another triangle. And a 2x1. And a wing piece right here. And these half tiles. And a 2x1 right here. Okay. And then this right here is going to get, oh yeah, that's satisfying. Bam. That looks nice. That looks nice. This is coming together. We made a lot of progress on this for one day. Man. Man, oh man. All right, so then right down the other side here. Wing. Half tile, half plates. 2x1 tile. Wing piece. The angle is just right, thanks to that weird plank piece. 2 more triangles. A 2x1. And 2x4. Okay, so there we go. Wings are all plated up there. Got the landing gear extended here. That's fine for now. And then, okay, we're just gonna line up along the edges here. So cover up some of this stuff here. Long, long, 4. Long, 4. Long. No extra pieces on this because it was all big boys. Alright, looks like bag number 10 isn't gonna be terribly big either, so let's go ahead and do one more bag here. I'm kind of starting to need to go to the bathroom, but I'm going to sacrifice because I don't do any video editing, so I'm not going to cut it out. So we're just going to hold it for a little bit. Guess we are. Looks like this bag is going to connect up the landing gear too, so that'll be a really nice place to stop. So I think this will be good here. This looks a little more involved than the last bag, but that's okay. We've got time. Okay. Let's see where we're getting started here. All right, spread this out. A couple of big tower pieces here. Okay, oops. Yes. Try to keep this landing gear extended. Oh, okay, here we go. We're hooking it up. So we got this guy and the pin. Pin goes in here and connects to this. So on the other side, it's going to be pin, pin, and in. Okay. Those are connected. Oop. Yeah. Spring mooshed way low when it's up. That's probably fine. Whatever. Yep. Okay, yeah, because these can collapse there. This would be mooshed. Oh, they're gonna be mooshed because we're gonna put some behind them. Well, this is gonna be better to have it like this then, and then the pressure won't get applied until later. I think this is gonna work. We got to make sure to be checking periodically as we go that we're not doing this in such a way that like it makes the landing gear unable to retract, though. That would be a big pain in the butt. So we're going to make sure to keep rigorously testing throughout. Okay, so pin to stud. Cap this as a spacer. And that is going to sit behind here to prevent that from moving too far back. Same on the other side. I don't even really know how you would be building this with it like flat like it. Seems like they need to be extended right now. Otherwise it'd be kind of a pain to moosh that in there, I think. But I guess we'll see. See if we're foolish for making presumptions that we understand how this is going to work. Okay. Other side, because it's just so much less stress to connect it while it's up and out of the way. All right. Half pipe pieces in here. I guess they're quarter pipe. Now it's a half pipe because they're connected. I am not a skateboarder either. I don't even know why I'm using skateboarding terms to describe that piece. All right. These L blocks. Very good. What we got next here? Not at all sure what we're building, but it's sure got a lot of spanners sticking out of it. Olive. Okay, interesting. Stack 2 headlight bricks. And then the spanners are going to stick into the back of these. So they do. This is interesting. I don't recall ever seeing this technique used in any of our previous builds. Okay. Pretty cool. And this is going to sit right here. Oops. Still a little delicate there. And then what, the other side? Yep. Okay. So let's see, it was spanners, wing, where are you? Olive, spanners, olive again. Okay, and then that's it. Stacked headlights. This isn't really forming a connection that you couldn't have just by having these stacked up next to each other, but it is adding a little bit of a strength and cohesion to it. So certainly we're not mad about that. Especially on taller structures, it's nice to have them connected side to side. Okay, 2x1. 2G slope. 1x1 brick. Okay, that's going to connect these tall guys. That's great. Since we've already knocked it off once there, this will help protect it a little. Okay. Make sure everything is sitting right. Okay. Now we got independent structure here that looks like it's going to control the landing gear. Maybe it's got some sort of piston-y strut things on it. Got studs all over the side of this bad boy. So Oh, wow. Even another layer yet. But this time, we're going to get this guy in here. Still going to wear the same hat. Okay. All right. Keep the stud party going with these one guys there. Okay, so studs all up the side there. 2x1. Drop some studs down the side. Sure, why not? There they are. More studs at the bottom. Okay. Set that aside for a moment. Oops. No, these are supposed to go on top. Yeah. Should be flush here. Okay. C-clip. Oh, so I guess those upside down studs that were in here were just spacers. That's interesting. C-clip on the other end here. These 4x1 block. Technic pin hole there. Very interested to see how this is all going to work. Okay, so this is going to sit on all these studs we so carefully built up earlier. And then the other side. C-clip. This goes under. The C-clip goes on top. Last one of these. 1x4. And this gray guy here. Okay. Block, 4x1, 1x1, and cap it off with a tile. Okay. Why? There we go. Everything nice and secure. Okay. Guy, 1x1 plate, weird roofing tile, and we're going to need a couple of these, it looks like. Okay. Very good. Make sure everything's Nice. These go where? Here. Sideways, okay. There we go. And cap it off with this, okay. Couple of rods. So there's something preventing them from being pushed through, so we can push them as far back as they'll go, like so. Build something else here, okay. Where is that rod at? Here it is. Okay. Spacer. All the way back. Red thing. Is this symmetrical? Basically symmetrical, I think, except for the Lego watermark. I think it is. Okay. And then on the back, drop these nubbins in here. Oops. Throw them around a little bit. Get out some of that reckless energy. This thing. 2x1T. Okay. All right. Give it a septum piercing. And put a couple of shiny ornaments on there. Wow, this injection mold mark is really bad. That is not filed down like at all. That's crazy. Oh, this is the wrong piece. It looks different. What? Am I crazy? Look at this. Oops. Dropped it. Ridges. See the ridges? Flat. Flat ridges. It's not the same piece. Very interesting. Hopefully it still works, because I don't see the other one. So we're gonna be forced to assume that that's just a visual error in the instructions. All right. This is gonna go into here. Nope. Gonna go into here. Okay. And this is gonna sit on here. C-clips connecting to these, it looks like, is how it goes. So this slides down in there. Yep. C-clips are on. Okay. And these connect to what? These. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's in there. And everything is right. Yeah. I hope, yeah, I sincerely hope that's all it is. What did I just do to my... Okay. Alright. Whew. A little tricky. It's not really nice of the instructions to play a prank on us like that, but okay, so we got these connected. These C-clips are in. Alright. Get the engines on the back here. That's going to hold this in place too, as this is currently trending towards sliding off there. Okay. Trying to brace these as we put them on so we don't break anything here. Okay. Very good. These crow nest pieces, okay, with the studs facing out. So this one is going to turn this. Oh, okay. Ah, interesting. So one direction banks one up and one down, and vice versa. That's pretty cool. Did you know? By pumping super cold liquid hydrogen fuel through 1080 tubes in the nozzle wall before it enters the main combustion chamber, the engine is kept at a cool 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. That is impressive. A rocket engine can be kept at 50 degrees. Pretty wild. Alright, get these barrels on here. I love that these crow's nest guys are so commonly used for engines. They look great. That's a great double use of it. You put it in brown, you put it at the top of a pirate ship, you put it in gunmetal, it's an engine component. Okay, that looks cool. There's our cluster of engines there. So this turns to control that, and then is this for the landing gear? I don't know. Not yet, anyway. Alright, so I guess we're not going to have the landing gear sorted this time. That's alright. It'll be a fun thing for next week. Okay. Hinge. Plate. Let's see here. 3x1, 2x1, and then this hinge goes in here. Okay, and this is not symmetrical because the other side is just getting a big old chunky 10x1 there. So whatever this hinge is just on this side. Alright, and then we got these guys. What is this? Sits flush. Cover up the landing gear hole. Very good. All right. Yeah, those look like extra pieces to me. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, this is for the landing gear. Okay, so that's what I thought. It seems like it's just not quite finished being hooked up yet, maybe? Or, oh, here. Maybe, I see. Maybe it's when they're up, you just push it in to pop them out. Okay, I see. That's cool. So you pull it back, flip up the landing gear, and then when you push it, they all pop out at the same time. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And then, yeah, this controls the wing flaps. That's pretty sweet as well. Wow. Yeah, this is cool. This is a cool set. The fact that this whole mechanism is in here to have this pop out at the same time as the back ones. Pretty nice. Alright, I think, yeah, the landing gear down is less strain on the springs, so we'll probably display it with it up, but I guess we'll leave it down for now. Alright, cool. Well, I reckon that's where we're going to end the stream here today. Maiku, thank you so much for dropping by and hanging with us. I hope you had a nice, relaxing time kicking it with us today and revisiting this this build. And yeah, it's been a chill afternoon. So yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.